You know, in a sense, it did make me somewhat conscious about the relationship to water in India versus the relationship to Canada. In Canada, where you just turn a tap and it was free flowing. And of course, Canada has one of its greatest resources is water. So, you know, that's really thought-provoking. Then, you know, skip ahead, and when I was a teenager and I just landed in Bombay and I was just starting my career here, I actually felt my healing regime has been a regime of detoxification. Juices or waters or purified waters. Why? Because it creates this stasis in my body. It's very, it creates a pH balance, and it's detoxifying. And again, as we all know, if you don't get enough water, and we need access to clean water. So these are a lot of, you know, rather than, it's more about sparking discussion and sparking questions at this point, because that, I think, will lead to at least a general kind of dialogue and discussion. The one other thing I want to add is that significant and something that, again, at least should be brought into our general awareness. Us in India tend to be a lot more, let's take it, cavalier about it. Cavalier about the fact that I don't know where my water comes from. And the natural thing in the human nature then is to say, well, almost a little bit sometimes trite, but it's not.
Oh yes.
I really believe that each and every step that an individual takes is significant. And I'm personally a much bigger fan of grassroots. Again, that as opposed to trickle down, I think it's trickle up, you know, to sort of, you know, government and larger organizations and things like that. But it really, a lot of this lies in the hands of the individual and whatever you can.
What was the one thing?
Something like that. Yeah, we thought it would never end. We thought it was a resource that was there forever. We played with water as if it was air. It was my grandfather's house, and we used to have a hand pump. He had a little vegetable garden. And my earliest memories of my grandfather was him getting really upset because me and my sister would sit under the hand pump in the middle of summer, just under it, and just pull it once. And as he pulled it once, water gushed out, and it would leak all over his very carefully built little canals that watered his vegetable gardens, and it would get destroyed. So he would come screaming at me and my sister and chase us out. The important thing is, I remember sitting there and pulling that pump and water gushing out. Water in Delhi, the groundwater, was probably at 5 feet at that time.
Correct.
I remember when my parents made their house, it was really tough because the moment you tried to dig the foundations, you would hit water, and you would just, the major thing you found was people just taking water out. I think the groundwater in Delhi is 800 feet now?
Yes.
Or maybe 1,000 feet. And so what people do is they have electronic pumps, which have been banned, but so if you can afford a genset and a pump, you can get. Over India, they installed water pumps, and we thought, I remember going to a water pump on my uncle's farm, and you just switched it on and water gushed out. Has become now that we have to find different ways of getting our water. So our groundwater is gone, and what is it? Who does it belong to? Could you really put a Coca-Cola plant in Kerala? So if you can serve 1 square mile of 25,000 people in the urban areas as against 1 square mile of 500 people. And I went the other day because the income tax department decided to have some kind of function, annual function, said, Shekhar, would you come and talk? And I drove to Sona. There's no rural area. And when I got to the resort, there were 4 swimming pools in the resort.
Yes. We'll get you those boxes as well. the other way, yeah. I also need to mention here that, and Shekhar and Lisa, you'll be very interested to know about this because BASF has decided Abid Surti and his turn the tap off and prevent a leak. The Green Health Foundation, as well as the Navnirman Natwar Compound Residents Association, and the thank you to BASF for doing this. Thank you to Lisa.
Okay. So as soon as the launch ideas is done, let me know. Done?
We've already used for Brinda, no, the pledge cards. It's thrown.
What we are saying is if we say the BMC should do this, then we are saying that somebody within the BMC who is a part of that group will then take it up within the organization. Mobilize. So we do not want to create an action plan for somebody else to do. Thank you.
I'm sorry?
What do you want to say on this initiative?
I think that water is one of the most important issues facing Mumbai today, and we have to raise awareness. We must conserve water. If we don't have enough water tomorrow, we will not survive. Wars will be fought over water. So please, please think about conserving water and doing your part. Do not waste water.
What is the main reason you are supporting this cause?
Because I'm a human being. I'm supporting this cause because I'm a human being, because every human being has a fundamental right to water. It's a universal right. We cannot survive without water, and yet we are in crisis. So we need to raise awareness. Please do not waste water. We need a clean and pure water supply. And India, in particular, in order to provide enough water to everyone, means that one person cannot overconsume. We all need to lower our consumption of water so that everyone can have water tomorrow.
What is your message to the government of India for this?
My message to the government of India is I will do my part in conserving water and in spreading awareness, and that I hope that we can encourage the government to intervene, to have a more straightforward distribution process, to look into the problems in distributing water to each and every Indian citizen, and to break the water mafia today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This one, no? This one, no?
It's on Rini.
You're pushing it a bit too much. सर कॉन्फ्रेंस में आपने कहा 95% लोग क्राइसिस से गुजरते हैं पानी के, तो इस पर आपका क्या टेक है, क्या कहना चाहेंगे आप?
भाई ऐसा है कि जब अब लोग कहते हैं कि पानी की प्रॉब्लम क्या है और हम क्राइसिस में जाने वाले हैं, मैं कहता हूँ 90%, 95% जब मुंबई के लोग वो ऑलरेडी क्राइसिस में हैं। 95% जो हिंदुस्तान के लोग हैं पानी के क्राइसिस में हैं। सुबह जाते हैं तो घर में पानी नहीं होता, पानी भरते अरे 4 बजे पानी आ रहा वापस आ रहे, ये तो कॉमन है बहुत। लेकिन हम गर्ल्स फीमेल चाइल्ड एजुकेशन की बात करते हैं, लेकिन जब आप किसी भी रूरल एरिया में जाएंगे तो सुबह 4 बजे निकल कर पानी के खोज में जाकर शाम को घर लौटते हैं या 2 बार चक्कर मारते हैं, 12-12 15-15 किलोमीटर चलते हैं। तो क्राइसिस सिचुएशन यही तो होता है, पानी के लिए जितने दूर जाना पड़े, पानी ना मिले, पानी कम इस्तेमाल करो, वही क्राइसिस सिचुएशन होता है। ये तो हम कुछ लोग हैं 5% जिनके घरों में पानी आता है, नलका खोलो तो पानी आता है, तो 5% और ये कम होता रहेगा अभी। बम्बई में आप जितने बिल्डिंग आप ऊपर जाती रहती है, ऊपर 50th फ्लोर पर पानी कैसे आएगा, कहाँ से आएगा? ये सब सोचने वाली बातें हैं।
तो गवर्नमेंट से आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे, नई सरकार को बननी है तो
देखिए जो नई सरकार है उनको सिर्फ सरकार की प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, ये हमारी प्रॉब्लम भी बहुत है। कुछ लोग ऐसा है कि इतना पानी इस्तेमाल करते हैं, उनके घर के सामने जो स्लम है उसमें लोगों को पानी मिलता ही नहीं है। तो सिर्फ गवर्नमेंट तो वही कहेगी जो लोग जो वोटर्स मांगते हैं, वोट कहते हैं हमें पानी, हमारे घर में पानी आना चाहिए। मैं सब कहता हूँ कि पानी आपका कोई पर्सनल राइट नहीं है, पानी का कम्युनिटी राइट है, क्योंकि हमेशा कम्युनिटी राइट होता था पानी। कहीं हमको सोल्यूशन जो देखना है वो कम्युनिटी रिसोर्स का देखना है। ये कि भाई मेरे फ्लश में जब मुझे चाहिए पानी आना चाहिए, ये इसी वजह से हमारा पानी पूरा ख़त्म हो रहा है। ऐसा नहीं होगा और अभी इसके बारे में कुछ नहीं करेंगे, गवर्नमेंट नहीं करेगी और हम खुद नहीं करेंगे, और हम अगर कहेंगे कि नहीं मेरे घर में पानी नहीं आता तो मैं दंगा कर दूँगा, इस सबके घर में पानी नहीं जा सकता। ये बात सही है, और सबके फ्लश में पानी नहीं जा सकता, और अब दिन में 10 बार फ्लश नहीं कर सकते। ये बहुत बिल्कुल साफ बात है। इसके बारे में क्या करेगी गवर्नमेंट?
सर तो वेस्टेज होता है पानी का, तो उसके
कितना वेस्टेज होता है, पाइप लीक होता है, हमारे इस्तेमाल में वेस्टेज होता है। हम जब फैशन के तौर पे एक कपड़े फेंक देते हैं, एक पेयर ऑफ जीन्स फेंक देते हैं, वो 4-6 हज़ार लीटर गया है उस जीन्स में, उसको बनाने में, आपको देने में। वो कहाँ से आया है? वो खेतों से आया है, जहाँ रुई उगा रहे हैं, कॉटन उगा रहे हैं। जहाँ उगाना क्या चाहिए उनको? खाना उगाना चाहिए, उत्पादन दूसरा होना चाहिए। वो उत्पादन होता है कमर्शियल चीज़ का, उसका, और वो आप फेंक देते हैं, वो जल जाता है जाके, है ना। तो हर एक चीज़ में हमको अब ये ध्यान में रखना चाहिए कि वो दिन गए, ये सब गलत था। मैं जब बचपन में था मेरे पास 2 पैंटें होती थी, और अगर मेरे जूते ख़राब होते थे तो मोची आता था घर पे। वो दिन कहाँ गए? और क्या उसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम थी? 2-3 पैंटों में चलता था, 3 कमीज़ें थी। अब रोज़ हर 2 महीने हमें टीवी पे दिखता है और ख़रीदो और ख़रीदो और ख़रीदो, अब चेंज करो, अब फैशन बदल गया है। उसमें भी तो पानी जाता है।
तो क्या आपको लगता है कि एजुकेशन लेवल की वजह से भी प्रॉब्लम है?
एजुकेशन लेवल पे तो ये होना ही चाहिए, ये हमें सिखाना ही चाहिए सबको, बच्चों को, कि ये देखिए अगर आप पानी का इस्तेमाल नहीं करेंगे, और होने वाला है, पानी नहीं होगा, दंगे होंगे, मारपीट होगी, गोलियां चलेंगी, क्योंकि पानी नहीं मिल रहा लोगों को। जब कुछ लोगों को मिलेगा और बाकियों को नहीं मिलेगा तो क्या लगता है कि अब ये जो टैंकर है वो एक धारावी से निकल पाएगा क्या?
तो कितना सीरियस मुद्दा है आने वाले?
ये तो 10 साल से पहले सीरियस था, अब तो इतना सीरियस हो गया कि इसके बारे में आप कुछ ना करें। एक ड्राउट और आ गया ना महाराष्ट्र में, तो ये जो लोग बम्बई में आएंगे तो दंगे शुरू हो जाएंगे, है ना। तो ये मुद्दा तो इतना सीरियस है, इतना है कि अब इसके बारे में कुछ करना पड़ेगा, और कुछ गवर्नमेंट को करना पड़ेगा, और कुछ सिटीजन्स को अपने बारे में अपने आप सोचना पड़ेगा, और कुछ हमें भी सोचना पड़ेगा कि ये हम ये करके रहे हैं, ये सब ये हम एक कंज्यूमर सोसाइटी बन रहे हैं, ये सब रिसोर्सेज आएंगे कहाँ से? हर एक चीज़ के उत्पादन में पानी लगता है, वो पानी आएगा कहाँ से? थैंक यू। वो कह रहे हैं
इंग्लिश
Well, I was told by the representative BASF that they're doing something very serious, and I would not normally go, and I looked at what they were doing, and they're looking at urban planning. And as the world is getting more and more urbanized,
In India, we talk about India as a rural population, but actually soon 60% of our population is going to live in urban areas. Our urban areas are not structured, and one of the biggest problems in urban areas is going to be the delivery of water. What do you do when 60% of your population is living in urban areas that are not structured to give you water, and everybody wants water? So I'm here because these are the kind of problems that in this conference they're facing, and I think it's a terrific initiative.
Thank you very much.